Now, we will talk about why we ride. Our speaker is the co-founder of Bike Scouts Philippines, a group of volunteer bicycle messengers who respond to isolated areas in the aftermath of a disaster. Please welcome Miles Delfin.
Good morning, everyone. Wow, it's bright up here. First of all, I'd like to ask for a favor. I'd like to find out if there are people here in the audience who ride bikes or are interested in riding bikes or have ever in any way been on a bike before. Wow, that's a lot of people. I'd like to say thank you to all of you for riding bicycles, because you are actually the reason why there is a Bicycle Scouts project, why there's Bike Scouts Philippines. Bike Scouts Philippines is a project where we serve as volunteer bicycle messengers in places that are severely affected by natural disasters. We started working in 2013 during the Typhoon Yolanda response. We deployed to Tacloban and Samar, where we help people get in touch with their loved ones. There were a lot of people who were stuck in evacuation centers, in temporary and makeshift evacuation sites all over Leyte and Samar, and they had no way of getting in touch with their loved ones or their friends. But more than the volunteer work that we do in response to typhoons, we actually do a lot of community work to promote what we call community-based disaster preparedness and response. What we do, basically, is we go to the communities and we teach them how to become Bike Scouts, to do what we do, basically. So the idea behind our community-based disaster preparedness and response is not very complicated. What we do, because anywhere in the Philippines that you go, you'll see people riding bikes, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, so you see everybody in the Philippines riding bikes, all kinds of people from all walks of life. So the skill is already there, the interest is already there. It's just a matter of showing everyone how they can actually use bicycles as a means to help their own communities wherever they are. In addition to bicycles, we also show them how to use what we call portable life-saving technology, like, for example, solar panels. Even your mobile phone is a portable life-saving technology. So we do that. Bicycles plus portable life-saving technology. Aside from all of those things, when it comes to community projects, what we do specifically is, number one, every year we ride 1,000 kilometers from Manila to Tacloban and Samar. It's a very long way. And the people who participate in this they're not all athletes. We're not all athletes. We're not, not all of us are very competitive when it comes to cycling, but we can ride well enough. So it takes us around, the first time we did it, it took us 7 days, and then the second time it took us 10 days. This year we're going to do it, I guess, in the same amount of time. The purpose for this is to promote the use of bicycles in communities along the way. Because if you look at Maharlika Highway, the communities along the highway are actually the most vulnerable to a lot of typhoons and natural disasters. And so we stop along the way in communities, in schools, and we show kids, especially, and their teachers, how to become Bike Scouts. The other thing that we do is every Christmas, because the Philippines, it's not a religious project, it's not about religion, but the Philippines is a majority Catholic country, so every December 24th, there are a lot of people who go out and shop. They buy gifts and food and everything for their family. And the thing that we neglect is that there are a lot of Filipinos who are living in the streets. They don't have a lot. And of course, if you get to talk to them personally, if you see them, if you approach them, you'll find that actually they do feel neglected. And so every December 24th, Bicycle Scouts volunteers ride out, and we deliver gifts of food, clothes, and toys to the homeless. This year, we're starting a new project. We call it Hero School. We're going to the schools to teach kids how to start young in becoming Bike Scouts volunteers for their own communities. Yeah, so that's what we do so far. The thing that I'm most proud about Bike Scouts Philippines is that all of these things that we've been doing for the past 4 years, we did without money. We have no investors. We have no formal funding. Everything comes from our own pockets. And the thing that I'd like to point out is that Bike Scouts is proof that if you show people the value of doing good, they will actually participate. They will step up. And that's why I was so thankful that a lot of you ride bicycles, because I know that the Bike Scouts has a future. I know that this idea, it really works. And also I'd like to say thank you actually to Move PH and Rappler, because yes, we don't have any money, but through Move PH, we have an avenue to be heard. And because of that, we're here. When I was invited to speak at this event, I was asked to talk about why we ride. And I think I found the answer to that question 4 years ago in Tanawan, in a community that was completely wiped out by 14-foot, actually several 14-foot storm surge waves. There was nothing left. In that community, there was this one man who was looking for the remainder of his house, and of course he couldn't find it because there was nothing there. And then he was staying in a makeshift evacuation site. He had no way to get in touch with anyone. He had no money, no cell phone. He only had the clothes on his back. That was it. He literally lost hope. And when we approached him, he asked for just one favor. He didn't ask for any money. He didn't ask for anything, food, water, nothing. He just asked for a favor, for the Bike Scouts to deliver a message to his family in Manila. And his message was very simple. It's in Tagalog, so I'll tell you about it in Tagalog first. He said, Tol, sorry, that's what he said. Tol, I think it means brother or sister or siblings. He said, Tol, huwag na kayo mag-alala, ligtas ako. That was his message. But what he said in English is that, brothers or sisters, don't worry anymore, I'm safe. So we called up his family, and when they heard that he was safe, they broke down. They completely forgot that I was on the phone with them. And for me, that is the answer to the question why I ride. Thank you very much.